Good day, students. Welcome to Senior English at Windaroo Valley State High School. I'm here today to talk to you about what Senior English looks like in Year 10, 11 and 12. There are two levels of Senior English studied at this school, both with substantial levels of rigour. Firstly, let's have a look at General English. General English is the English that you must do if you intend on going to university immediately after Year 12. The level of rigour or difficulty is higher in this subject than in Essential English, requiring of you substantial reading and a higher level of application of comprehension, writing, vocabulary, and analytical and creative skills, which you will require to respond to a variety of complex texts, including classical works of authors such as George Orwell and William Shakespeare. As such, the minimum entry requirement is a B in Year 9 English. For you, this means that you have demonstrated a sufficient level of competency in your English skills in Year 9 to have achieved a B. Now let's look at Essential English. Essential English is what you will study if you do not qualify for General English. It is the English that you will need to be eligible for trades, TAFE, and other non-university courses of study, or if you're going straight into the workforce after school. Is it easier than General English? Yes, it is easier than General English, in that the level of analysis and writing ability required is not as demanding. However, do not be fooled into thinking that it is an easy option. It is not an easy option. There are no easy options in Senior English. Both General and Senior English require the application of hard work and effort. What you must do is to keep up with your teacher, complete all lesson and homework tasks, submit all drafts and assessment instruments on time, apply all the feedback given to you from your teacher, and when you need to ask for help from your teacher, ask for it. You must do these things if you want to have success in either General or Essential English. There are some common questions that students have at this time when they are trying to decide what English suits them. Some of the questions are covered on this slide. The first question I'd like to look at is, what if I want to go to university but I don't get a B? Well, here we are at the beginning of June. You know now how you are going in English in Year 9. It is up to you now to do something, put some sort of plan into place so that you get the results that you require to get into the course of study that you want to be in. The next question, will the English I do affect my other subject choices? The answer is yes, it will. So you must make sure that you do your research, you talk to the right people, you put in the effort, and make sure that the English that you have chosen complements the other subjects that you have chosen. The next question, what if I'm good at English but do not want to go to university? Well, this is a question that a lot of students are asking and have asked in the past. What I say to you is that if you do not want to go to university, you don't need to do General English. If you think that you are good at General English and you would really like that extra challenge, I say to you, do you have the time required to put into a subject that has considerably more rigour than Essential English, when that time could be better placed by devoting it to your other 4 or 5 subjects? Seriously, you need to think about what you want to achieve, what plan you need to put into place to get to that goal, and by doing another subject with extra rigour that you really don't need to do, is that a good idea? What are the expectations of a Senior English student? The expectations for Senior English are the same expectations as for any other senior course of study. You must turn up every day. You must listen, tune in, pay attention, take notes, keep records of lessons. You must ensure that all of your assessment is done on time that you have taken your teacher's feedback on board and used it, that you have asked whatever questions that are required to help you get through the course. Basically, there is a lot of onus on you, the English student, to work hard, ask questions to get the best result you possibly can. Is it hard to pass senior English? It's hard to pass senior English if you are A, in the wrong English course, and B, if you're not working. It is very hard to pass senior English if you don't keep up to date, if you don't make sure that you are using your time for writing assessment properly. If you leave everything to the last minute, it is hard to pass, whether it be general or essential English. If you do what is required of you, if you ask for assistance when you require it, then you will pass senior English. It's reasonable to expect that at this point you are quite confused. You are asked to take in a lot of information and make some decisions that could affect your future course of studies. In terms of English, if you're not sure about what you should do, the best person to talk to is your English teacher, who knows you, who knows what your strengths and weaknesses are in English. They would be able to suggest to you what you need to do to improve your result. If you take your teacher's advice on board and do your best to put that into practice, then you are then in a better position to get where you want to go. I'm always happy if you want to come and have a chat with me in my office about English, about what you can do to improve your results, about where to go, what to do. Anytime, you can come and knock on my door. My name's Miss Camacho and I'm the Hot of English. Well, that concludes my presentation. Good luck with your decisions.
Minasan, konnichiwa. Welcome to your subject selection, and I'm here today to talk to you about senior Japanese. So, the first thing that we should have a look at is why you should study Japanese as part of your ATAR pathway. Japanese can offer you a range of global employment opportunities in a range of areas. As you can see on the list on the PowerPoint there, game and animation design, engineering, hospitals, health work, media, tourism, travel. The opportunities are endless if you study Japanese. In our Year 10 program, the first unit we have a look at is youth subcultures, and we have a look at comparing Australian and Japanese youth and some of the crazy fashions that exist in Japan. We then move on to have a look at celebrations and festivals. So why do Japanese people really eat KFC at Christmas time? We have then a look at advertising and environmental issues. Moving on to Year 11, our first unit is My World, or Unit 1, and in here we have a look at family, carers, friends, and also about our lifestyles and leisure activities and how they are different with those in Japan. In Unit 2, Exploring Our World, we get to have a look at travel, technology, and media, and also how Japanese culture contributes to our world. In Year 12, our Unit 3 is a bit called Our Society. And in here we have a look at roles and relationships, about how we connect with our peers and different groups in society. Unit 4, My Future, talks about finishing secondary school, plans and reflections, and also responsibilities of moving on, which is very relevant for that time in your life. Something that we're very excited about with Japanese that we would like to get up and running is our Sydney Immersion Camp. The idea of this is that we would have 2-3 days in Sydney doing a range of activities in Japanese, also visiting the Japan Foundation Sydney for their cultural and language programs, and also the Japanese language school in Sydney, where you will actually attend a Japanese school based in Sydney for international students. There are a range of reasons why you should study Japanese. And as you can see here on the slide, the global employment opportunities that it can bring to you are endless. It also increases your brain power by developing your problem solving and analytical skills, which you can use in a range of subjects, not just Japanese. So that is a very quick snapshot on why you should be studying Japanese, possibly as an option in your ATAR pathway or in your senior pathway. If you have any questions, you can send me an email down there or pop in and see me in C Block staff room. We're really looking forward to having you a part of our Japanese program and hope to see you in class. Minasan, sayonara.
Welcome Year 9 to the Social Sciences Department. Now today I'm going to explain what the social sciences can do for you as you move into your senior phase of learning. So what is it that we actually offer? Well, here at the Social Sciences we offer 4 subjects. 3 are general and 1 is applied. Our general subjects include ancient history, geography, and modern history, and our applied subject is social and community studies. As you'll find throughout this presentation, a social science subject can not only help you throughout your studies at school, but also in your everyday lives and even any career path that you wish to choose. So it's really, really important that you are choosing 1 or more social science subjects in your set plan. So let's dive straight in. Ancient history. So in ancient history, we investigate the ancient world. We look at personalities such as Alexander the Great. We look at Athens. We look at Pompeii. We look at people, power and authority, and the corruption that comes with it. And finally, this leads to the breakdown of the Roman Republic. Now, there is 2 field trips, 1 in Year 10 and 1 in Year 11. So, what can ancient history do for you? As you can see, there are a list of pathways, including archaeologist, high school teacher, a journalist, a genealogist, a politician, a tour guide, yes to traveling, a translator, and my absolute favorite, a forensic investigator. So this is where you get to pop on your CSI Miami cap and investigate many crimes, mysteries, and conspiracies, but only if you are choosing ancient history. So I'm going to stop doing all the talking and let Naomi tell you exactly why she selected an ancient history subject.
History. Well, since I was younger, I've always loved ancient history, like the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans. It's always been an interest to me. So when I saw the opportunity at high school to study ancient history, I went for it. And what skills have you gained from studying ancient history? I've learned how to analyze sources. I've learned how to do research, investigating, writing. It's helped me in other subjects like English, legal studies. It's been great. Would you recommend ancient history? Definitely. I'd recommend it if you are into ancient history, which I am, and you want skills that'll help you bridge into university if you want to. It'll help with other subjects as well. Great.
As you can see, Naomi is obviously smitten with our ancient history course, but she raises some really, really good points. So she states that a social science subject like ancient history can prepare you with necessary skills such as writing, analysis, research, and investigation. Now, these are skills, regardless of the subject that you choose next year, you will need. So an ancient history subject or any social subject can actually prepare you for these subjects. Geography. All right, so in geography, we study two different types. We look at physical and human. We look at living with climate change. We look at famines. We look at biodiversity and even natural disasters. And my most favorite subject to teach is the geography of disease. And next term, our year 10s are looking at the spread of the coronavirus. So we have 2 camps in year 9 and 11 and 2 field trips in years 10 and 12. Now, as you can see by the photo, the kids absolutely love the subject and also the challenge that comes with the investigative nature of a geography class. So what can geography get for you? So we've got environmental science, we've got construction, mining, which includes project managing. We've got astronomer, so that means working with space, engineer, architect, a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, a traveler, an activist, a real estate agent, and even a conservationist. So it's really, really important to note that a geography course such as ours really prepares you if you are more mathematically or scientifically inclined, or even if you are more into writing. So it's really, really important that if any of those future pathways interest you, that you are choosing geography. All right, I'm going to let Sai tell you exactly why he chose Year 10 Geography.
Alright, the reason I chose Year 10 Geography is because the skills I learn in here I can carry on further in my life, and the way the classroom is structured, it allows for all students to achieve success.
So as you can see, Sai chose geography because it allowed him to achieve success as he moved into his future pathway, as well as allowing him to be successful in all of his studies. All right, modern history. So we look at some awesome things such as the French Revolution, women's rights, suffragettes, American history, so the civil rights movement, Nazi Germany, World War II, peace movements, and the space race. Conspiracy or not? I'll let you decide. There is a proposed trip to Europe in 2022. All right, so while there might be a short list there, the list for modern history was just far too long, so I only included a few. So these include education, psychology, sociology, law, business, economics, politics, journalism, the media, trade and international relations, and many, many more pathways. So it's really, really important to know that if you are choosing modern history, this can help you with not only further education into university or a tertiary pathway, but also in any employment that you choose to take up in both in your senior phase of learning and even when you leave school. I'm going to let Lily tell you exactly why she chose modern history.
The skills we learn in modern history, we actually apply to our other subjects, so it really helps, and it's actually really interesting and enjoyable.
So I was having a conversation with Lily after this video, and she was telling me that she would be so lost in art if she didn't choose modern history. So she said in art, you need to analyze and evaluate artworks and even your own artwork, you know, deciding on the textures and the hues and why an artist would have done, you know, those certain techniques. And she told me that the skills that she learned in modern history has actually allowed her to achieve A's in art. So I guess the take-home message there is that modern history and any social science subject can actually provide you with the necessary skills to be successful in any subject that you are choosing. And that's really, really important to know. All right, finally, we have our applied subject, which is social and community studies. So in social and community studies, we look at the society. So we look at gender and identity, we look at health and recreation, nutrition, social justice, and even the bushfires that occurred not long ago. So there is a field trip in year 12. So what can an applied subject like social and community studies get you? So you can work in the army, in the Australian Defence Force, you can do social work, you can look into social justice, you can look into tourism, hospitality, so this is working with food, you can work with children or aged care, so this is anything from, say, a primary school teacher, to working with senior citizens, even like the Silver Angels program. National Park Ranger, as well as the mining industry. Now there is a lot of money in mining, so lots of pathways with a social and community study. All right, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Declan take the floor.
So why did you choose social and community studies?
I originally chose social community studies to be with my friends, but now I want to stay in it because of all the knowledge I've learned.
And what sort of things have you learned in the subject?
What I've learned is social justice, about the bushfires, and a whole lot of stuff.
As you can see, our social science subjects, just like social and community studies, prepares you for the real world and really turns you into a 21st learner and makes you aware of what is happening around you. So, if you have liked anything that I've discussed today, or you would like more information on any of the courses that we offer, our contact details are below. So you have Mr. Harmer, Miss Tully Smith, and myself, Miss Nord. Now, here at the Social Science Department, we are really, really looking forward to seeing your bright faces in our subjects, and we are hoping that if you want the skills to be successful in your studies and in any career that you choose, that you are electing one or more social science subject. Thank you so much for listening.
Hi everybody, today we are here to look at the arts subjects that are on offer at Windaroo Valley State High School. So learning through and about the arts enriches the experience of studying while at school, as well as preparing you for life after school. Art subjects encourage self-expression and creativity and can build confidence as well as a sense of your own individual identity. Why study an art subject at Windaroo? There are a few good reasons. One might be because you want to pursue a career in this field. Secondly, maybe you just love the subject and find it quite easy to get good results. Or thirdly, because you want to build your competency in 21st century skills. All art subjects encompass these skills, and these are the skills that are needed in a multitude of career pathways. Many students often ask the question to themselves and to myself of if I should consider taking an art subject even if you do not wish to pursue this further after you finish school. The answer is yes, absolutely. Why? Because all art subjects provide you with not only a strong discipline-based knowledge, but with the fundamental skills, creative expertise, and learning mindset recognized as the essential capabilities for the 21st century. This is the skill set required for many careers in almost any field. In the arts, we have a combination of both general and applied subjects. Our general subjects are music, film, television and new media, and visual art. All general subjects in the arts have both exams in internal and external. The prerequisites for these general subjects are that you achieve a B in English, and for the performing arts subjects, you need to be willing to perform in front of an audience of both your teacher and your peers. When studying general music, students need to have a high level of competence on an instrument, voice, or program music, and to be successful, need to be prepared to compose, analyze, and perform music. It's important to note that music has three parts, both musicology, composing, and performing. Musicology involves the analyzing of music repertoire and evaluating this. Composing involves the creation of music in a variety of genres and styles, combining musical elements and compositional devices. You will use a computer software to digitally compose your music. And finally, performing involves interpreting musical repertoire by playing an instrument or singing. You also can have the opportunity to record your performances in our recording studio. Film, television and new media is another general subject, and it's important to note that also has equal amounts of theory and prac. You will create your own projects which involve designing, scripting and storyboarding, and producing, filming and editing your own films. You'll learn how to use industry standard Adobe computer editing software in our very own Mac computer labs. Throughout the images you can see some students working on set on their productions. What will you do in film? You will create your own projects, you will design, you will do storyboards, you will create scripts and character descriptions and treatments. You will create your own productions. These will include filming and editing, short genre films, documentaries, and music videos. You will also have a third component of written analysis and evaluations in the forms of case studies. Again, a few images of our students on set creating their productions. And a few of our designs, our senior storyboarding. And our next general subject is visual art. What will you do in general art? You will create extensive experimental portfolios involving both two-dimensional and three-dimensional time-based artworks across all units in senior. You will then need to justify your artistic portfolio with statements and verbal communications. You will build your art practice and skill set through a variety of digital, material, and conceptual skills. Visual arts offers you the opportunity to explore multiple mediums throughout building your own visual art portfolio. You will visit art galleries to inspire your art making process. First up, we have dance. What will you do in dance? You will study a variety of dance styles, including contemporary, hip-hop, jazz, and musical theatre. You will analyse, choreograph, and perform. You'll choreograph your own routines by experimenting with various stimulus, choreography, and styles of music. Professional performances will be interpreted, analysed, and evaluated to gain a greater appreciation and understanding of dance. You'll be required to perform in front of an audience of your teacher and peers. What will you do in dance? You will broaden your dance technique, your expressive skills, and use dance to enhance problem solving, heighten your imagination, emotional and aesthetic experiences. You'll also have the opportunities to explore production elements like costume, lighting, music, staging, and settings to enhance your performances. Next up, we have Media Arts in Practice, our photography applied subject. In this subject, you will explore a range of photo imaging techniques. You'll learn how to take manual photos using a DSLR camera. You'll use industry standard equipment and software to enhance your images using our Adobe editing suite. You will learn relevant health and safety procedures related to the photographic industry, and you'll make products that contribute to your own personal photographic portfolio. Here we have some images of students working and of students' work. Drama in Practice is another applied subject at Windaroo. In drama, you can expect to study a variety of production units, including set design, stage management, costume and theatrical makeup design, stage performance, script writing, and directing. You will also have the opportunity to view live theatre performances. This subject is designed for students who have a desire to be involved in the performing arts subject areas. Students will be specialising in the production areas of live theatre, including front of house, backstage, design, and performance. In drama, you must have that willingness to perform in front of an audience of your teacher and your peers.